Are you thinking about listing your lake house? Or maybe you're just wondering, how is the value of a property on the lake determined? Well, I'm going to tell you. There's 5 different things that I look at when I'm determining the value of a property on Lake Cascade. So the first thing I look at is the location, right? I mean, is your home out here on the deeper part of the lake, or is it up on the north side where the water, isn't there for some of the year? I also look at the views that you have in the house. In that particular location, can you see Tamarack? What are the amenities? What are the views like? I would compare it to other properties that have similar lake access and similar views. I would also look to see, how close it is to different amenities. If your lake home doesn't have a boat dock already, how do people get their boat to the boat dock? Do you have a ramp in your own yard, or do they have to drive somewhere to another ramp, and how close is that? All of that factors in when looking at the location to determine the value of your property. The second thing I would look at is the condition of the property. What year was the property built? Have you done all your routine maintenance, or is there a lot of work that has to be done to the house? I would also look at just the condition, any updates or improvements that you've made to the property. That all factors in to pricing a property. Currently, buyers in the market, if a home has a lot of updates or needs a lot of maintenance that hasn't been kept up with, that buyer pool, it shrinks it next to nothing. Majority of the people that are purchasing homes currently want a home that's move-in ready, that doesn't need anything. The third thing that I look at is lot size and configuration. So if you have 50 foot of beach frontage versus 100 foot of beach frontage, it's not going to double your price, but it is going to limit the amount of comparable homes that we have to choose from. Also, if you're on a paved road versus non-paved, how you can pull in and park. If you have a lot of room to park, that would add value because it's a lot more convenient for people, to park their boats or their jet skis and the trailers. So the fourth thing that I look at is market demand. This is what the supply and demand, right? So we're going to look at how many available homes are currently on the market and how many homes have sold recently. When you divide how many homes have sold into how many homes are on the market, that'll give you your estimated time on market, and it'll tell you what's called the absorption rate. So that's something that I look into whenever I'm pricing a home. And of course, price and time are inverse functions. So the lower we price on your scale, the more it opens up to market of people that can actually afford the house. So just market demand is something it's really important, and based on your timeline and when you want to sell would be where we would price, or what we would consider your home's value to be if you were looking to sell within 3 months, or if you didn't care if your home sat on the market for 2 years. So market demand is the fourth thing when pricing a home. So the fifth and last thing that I look at when I'm pricing a home is the comparable sales. So after we've gathered all the other data, then I'm looking for homes that match the criteria the best. And I've helped people whenever they're building a home to make sure that they don't, build a home that's too expensive, where they have the nicest home in the neighborhood, that they would be able to actually sell it and get a return. So I've done market analysis in that manner. And then I've also completed market analysis for just people looking to sell or to keep up with their value. So in using all these different comparable sales techniques, it's really important to hire somebody that knows the area, and they know if you're on the deep part of the lake or the seasonal part. They know, what size boat can fit into your boat dock, because all of those things add value and help sell your property. I've looked at other market analysis that have, homes on this part of the lake over by West Mountain, and they're comparing them with homes on Hawke's Bay, or trying to use that as a comparable. And they're just two completely different homes and not even in the same pool. So it's really important when you're valuing a home that you choose the right comparables to match it up against in determining the price. So if you're looking to value your home or just keep up with the value, I'm happy to help. Reach out anytime.